But I was down and out there. I was really down. I didn't have a Bible. You know, I wasn't praying. And I was in the gym working out one day, and I noticed this guy running around. I'm like, man, this guy is really fired up. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I call him Brother Jesse because his name is Jesse. And you know, he was talking about God is great. God, I mean, he's really inspired by God. I'm like, I wonder if this guy's for real, because you kind of wonder. You got to, you know, people. I don't mean to sound pessimistic, but you got to, in the big cities, you never know. And he comes up to me and he's like, man, are you all right, brother? I said, yeah. He says, I'm Jesse. I said, John. He goes, come outside with me. And I went outside. I'm like, is this guy fixing to mug me or try to rob me or what, you know? Because he's a pretty big guy, you know. He's a personal trainer. And he's like, man, he goes, I'm going to pray to you right now. I said, what? He goes, I want to pray with you. I said, what? He goes, man, I'm telling you, you're going through something rough right now. I can tell. God has put it on me to pray to you right now. I'm going to save you. And I swear to God, like, I stepped back. I was like, I don't believe this guy. He put his hand on me and started praying. I started crying right there. And he knew I was going through something. And he gave me this Bible. He gave me the Bible the next day, you know, and he goes, man, you need to get in touch with God. Because he was a homeless guy, drug addict on the street, found God, you know. God can save anybody. You're never too far gone, you know. And he gave me the Bible. It's all beat up. That's why I got a case for it. But Brother Jesse, yeah, he saved me right then. He prayed to me right then. It didn't have to be in a church or, you know, up at the altar or, you know, I mean, it can happen anywhere, you know. God stepped in, and I've always had the Bible ever since. And, man, I mean, I thank God for him every day. Because he used to run around. He's like, man, people always talk about me, don't they? I said, yeah, they do, man. They think you're nuts. He's like, you know what? He goes, all these people out here get all fired up about money, cars. An actor comes in, they all freak out. He goes, man, I'm fired up on God. Why can't I be high on Jesus and God? I'm like, you know what? Amen. Why can't you be? People think he's nuts. He's like, they're nuts. He goes, there's a war going on. He's the one that told me. There's a war, especially like he said in Los Angeles, with the type of city that it is, entertainment business and all this stuff. The undercurrent that pulls in that is not good. I don't think. It's not positive. A lot of it's negative energy. And he said the war is going on, man. He goes, I'm standing up for God. I don't care if people make fun of me or not. Look at Jesus. I mean, you know, he went right into there and said, you know what? I give up my life for everything. You know, and if you know, you can't be ashamed of God. You know, you should be proud. People act like, you know, there's something wrong with you if you go to church these days. Or he's a holy roller, he's a Bible beater. You know, it's like man, this is where it's at. You know, I mean, this is what it's about. You know, it may take you a little while, but you need to get familiar with this. You know, so Jesse, man, God bless him. He gave me the Bible. Pulled me right out the gym out of nowhere. I didn't even know the guy. And I was out there for about a year. We trained together every day. He never wanted me to pay him. And he's an awesome guy, man. It just goes to show you, you know, he wasn't a trained minister or a preacher. And look at the background. And he was homeless. He said, he goes, man, I've been out there. He said, I was homeless, eating out of dumpsters, drug addict, you know. And God saved him, you know. And, I mean, he can do that to anybody. I mean, you know, all you got to do is say, hey, man, I'm ready. I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of doing it my way and making mistakes and hurting myself, which is hurting others, you know, that love and care about you. You know, just all you got to do is say, you know, I'm ready. I'm getting with the program, you know, really. It's an amazing thing. Let me get back to my notes. They look probably kind of pieces of paper. That's all you need is a little direction. I touched on, you know, money, fame, and success will not bring you happiness and peace. It will not make you complete. I mean, how many more examples do we have of famous people that tragically die? Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley. I mean, I was a big Elvis fan. I've been to Graceland 3 times. You know, I saw him in concert when I was little. My folks took me, you know. And I mean, this is somebody that was so blessed with so much talent, you know, and could have done so much more, bringing music and entertainment and happiness to people. And just think of all the people he could have helped with all the money he had. And just, it's unfortunate, you know, that he got misdirected, misguided, and had an addiction that took him from us, you know. So, I mean, I don't know how many more examples people have to get, but people still want to do it their way. They want to say, you know what, I'll be all right. I don't have a problem. I mean, you have the little young kid just passed away, the Corey, one of those Corey's kids. He just, you know, it's just like, it's almost, I don't mean to dwell on it, but it's like, you know, it's almost every week or every month somebody passes away that you think would be totally happy. They have tons of money. They've made it. They've succeeded in according to like this world's deal. But I mean, they're not, man. Most of them are so, you know, I know when I was on TV, it's like you almost get detached from yourself, the good part of you. You lose that attachment, and that's God. God's in you. You lose it because you become caught up in things that aren't good for you, but they seem like it because they're making your body happy, or your mind has been programmed to money, success, and fame, and people are telling you stuff that aren't your friends. They're just hanging out with you because they want to hang out with somebody who's on TV, and you just get misguided, misdirected, you know. And it's real easy to lose yourself, and you know that's why if you can get grounded with, you know, some real information, which is the Bible, you know, something that's real, that doesn't change, and it's forever. The truth never changes, and that book, you know, it's been thousands of years, and it's still real. It's just like, you know, H2O is water, the Bible is God, and that's real, no matter what you want to say. I mean, it's going to help you, it's going to save you. I don't care what you think, what you're going to try to do to prove that wrong, you will not, it's not going to happen. So you might as well just get with the program and say, you know what, I'm going to be happy. I want to be peaceful. I want to help people. I know that's where he's guided me, you know, through things happening. Like you said, there's no coincidence or lucky or all that stuff. Things are meant to happen. You have a fate. You have a destiny, man, and it's with God, you know. The guy I met at the Resurrection Life, Danny Jones, we do these type of things, and he sent me an email one day. I'm trying to stay on course, but I can't. My brain just don't work that way. I'm going to tell you, it was an awesome story because it touches me every time I tell it. He sent me an email, and he said, because he always checks on me because he knows I'm bipolar too. Actually, I'm tripolar. You know, they just diagnosed it. In other words, I'm bipolar. I get real happy and real sad, and I'll be crying. It's some kind of thing with the brain. But I tried a couple of those brain chemical things, and they made me feel worse. So I said, I'll just try to pray. That's really, if I'm praying and if I'm being mindful and I'm aware of my imbalance, you can manage it. You know, you just have to be aware. You know, you have to get up and say things will go wrong today. It's okay. God's with me. You know, because things will go wrong as long as you know that God is with you, and no matter what happens, even if you got in a car wreck and died, you know what? You'd be okay because God would be there, and you're going to heaven. So really, if you can have that in your heart, mind, soul, believe it, faith, nothing can hurt you. I mean, it's so amazing to think that, and you know, it's like, golly, why are we worried? You know, I mean, get up every day and do the right thing. No matter what happens, I'm with God. I mean, He's forever. I'm like sitting there thinking, golly, that's amazing. I'm like taken back by it still. I don't know if it's silly, but it's an amazing thing. You know, it's just, it's like you're secure. You can go, everything's all right. I can't pay my bills this week, but you know what? Somehow it'll work out. I mean, I get stressed like with money and all that, but you know what? My dad says things always work out, don't they? Why do you think that? Somebody's looking after you. Hello, bing bong, right? I mean, for real, you know? I mean, it's not just accident that somebody called you up and said, you know what, I got some work for you to do, you know, or something, somebody will say, you know what, I can help you out this week. Get me whenever you get it, you know? And it's just like, things don't just happen. Things are, blessings are sent to you. People look after each other that are loving, caring people. They help, you know? They see someone down and they help them, you know?